For us, this business is a ministry. It's not about the money. But we all know a ministry cannot be fulfilled without money. Our ministry is one of healing. As we will hear tonight in our testimonies.
Tonight is an exciting night. You guys know why? Dramatic pause. This could be a turning point in your life, if you're willing to let it. If you take in this information we're going to give you. What you learn tonight can improve your life. And I am here because of two plants. Dr. Joshua plant and the Moringa oleifera tree, that plant as well. We are going to have testimonies by my beautiful, lovely, special, amazing, awesome wife right here, Bethany Vardaman, and the incredible Christina Jordan. And well, this was going to be the part where there was going to be some class participation, but it's a small class. But just for a show of hands, who here has had a positive experience or testimony that they've had with Moringa? Just leave your hands raised if you felt something from Moringa. Zija, or Zija products. Okay, so far, that's a lot. All right, now, keep your hands up. Now, if you have high blood pressure, or know someone that has any of these things, high blood pressure, diabetes, arthritis, depression, cancer, stiff joints, sluggish in the morning, everybody knows people that afflicts. This stuff is for everyone, and that's what I was getting to. It's helped me. It's helped almost everybody in this room who's taken it, and that was kind of the point I was going to get across. So, with that, you can put your hands down. Thanks, class.
I was going to ask. Yeah, you have a question?
And that is the point where my cards didn't get finished.
Well, because now we're going to show you guys.
I've got a really briefly, the stuff that we're talking about that helped my wife and helped so many people, Moringa oleifera, just so you know, a couple things it can do, a few things. In the Western countries, it's used to supplement nutrition for nursing babies to stave off childhood blindness because of all of its vitamin A. They give it to the mothers to help keep them, healthy and, keeping them from starvation. And let's see. Well, there's a lot of uses. Go with that. Right now, we got a 7-minute video by Landon Weaver, who you will hear from later on tonight. He's an extremely successful mentor, and with the Zija Corp, and also user of the products. It's helped his family, and it's helped the people that he signed up into this business. So, there you go. 7-minute video. If you need to move up, feel free. There's plenty of seats.
Okay, this is Landon Weaver. I'm just going to go over a few things here just to get everyone on the same page. People that are just wondering what the social media buzz is about this Moringa and Zija and all this processing and how our products really work. So right here, you guys, Moringa oleifera. It's a tree. It's the most nutrient-dense plant ever documented. 46 antioxidants, 36 naturally occurring anti-inflammatories, all your omegas, 3, 6, and 9, full profile of amino acids, including the 9 essential, 92 nutrients. Most nutrient-dense plant ever documented. Right, Zija uses all different parts of the tree besides the roots and the bark. But this is the fruit, the flower, the seeds. These seed casings actually have all these antibacterial properties that's used for water filtration. It's been used for thousands and thousands of years. Only plant that has both fat-soluble and water-soluble vitamins. This stuff's incredible. Replaces all supplementation. If you haven't seen that documentary on Moringa back in '05 on the Discovery Channel, it talks about what this plant was doing in undeveloped countries for everything. Really, this is what they use. It's crazy how this grows in the harshest climates in the world where the people need it the most. So anyway, that documentary sparked our company, and it was all about this Moringa. And let's see, here's a third-party validation. Right, Mighty Moringa. This is what National Geographic said in November 2012 issue, gram for gram. Dried moringa leaves. They compared it to spinach, milk, bananas, carrots, and yogurt. Incredible nutrient density. It's awesome to see all this coming from a one source rather than going out and finding it in all different areas and throwing it all in a capsule. So I really love what Zija's done as far as our production. This is enzymatically alive and fully bioavailable. Basically, Zija holds their products and how they formulate it and how they process it to the highest standard. And this is hand-picked, right? The moringa Zija uses grows in UK soil organic certified.
I'm going to pause it right there just for two things. When they say it's enzymatically alive, I did some research on the internet because I didn't want to just throw out words and not really know what it means. The basics of the enzymatically alive is saying that the reason they ship it like that, it's shade dried, it's vacuum packed, so it still keeps all its nutrients, and because it's enzymatically alive, it's being able to be absorbed up to a 95% rate. So being enzymatically alive compared to what medicine is you put in your body that's not, it has a lower dosage that's absorbed into your stomach. So you got a higher dose absorbing it. And when it talks about US versus UK organic, I looked that up, and true to their word, the US has banned 10 substances for agriculture. The UK has close to 1,200 banned substances. So it comes from a much cleaner source. They use filtered water. It's a much cleaner product than what you're going to find stateside.
Soil. Right? So from the plantation to your doorstep, when you're getting hand-picked, shade-dried, right? Shade-dried so there's no leach nutrition, no cross-contamination. Right? Then it's vacuum-sealed in Salt Lake, where it's a pharmaceutical-rated manufacturing facility. Right? So the production that goes into this is incredible. I think a lot of times you wonder what you're eating every day and you don't know where it comes from. So that's one thing I do love about this is you're combining the most nutrient-dense plant in the world that replaces all supplementation with pharmaceutical standards, which is just incredible. So PubMed.gov, that's the largest medical library in the world. This is credibility, right? This is evidentiary-based. That's one thing I love too, is you can't argue with success, but you also can't argue with research and facts. And that's why I love all the healthcare professionals that do support what we do here. And the National Institute of Health said tons of amazing things about this plan as well. Named it the Plan of the Year in 2008. You got places like Johns Hopkins School of Medicine, Harvard, Purdue, Yale, etc. So pretty incredible. 380 third-party peer-reviewed research articles on PubMed.
Right now, 429, and the latest study was June 15th. They're constantly updating new studies because this is more groundbreaking towards Western medicine. They've been using this stuff since Rome. It's been around for a long time. They're using it in the Philippines right now. It's a cultural plant, but it hasn't had a strong foothold in Western medicine, and that's why there's hundreds of studies done on this PubMed.gov that you can look at yourself, and they're done a year, so hundreds of them.
This is the ORC scale, oxygen radical absorbance capacity. Just compared some other superfoods that are out there with moringa. Blueberries, garlic, dark chocolate, acai. Moringa just blows everything out of the water, and that's what I love is the convenience for all the antioxidants and all the anti-inflammatories and all that nutrition your body needs. It's so simple for a guy like me. Right here is kind of how Zija put the products in different, a capsule, a nutritional drink, and in a tea. These come in sachets that you just mix with about 10 to 12 ounces of water, shake it up, and it's fully absorbable into your body. Right? So from that vacuum seal, it's once it rehydrates, it's still enzymatically alive when your body uses it and assimilates it and recognizes it. That's why a lot of people notice that their sugar cravings may go down, and basically it's because you're getting better gas mileage. Right? Then you can combine that with some capsules. These capsules will the burns and AMs will increase your energy level. Right? The burns will jumpstart your metabolism a little bit. They're meant for weight loss, right? So so with sugar cravings going down, energy going up, weight loss occurs. Right? The PM.
Real quick, myself, this is just my own testimony. I've used the super mix, the stuff that kept my wife alive, and the tea, and now I've got some AGX running through me. But I'm down 25 pounds in like 3 months, and I haven't changed a thing. I still work out the same, I still eat the same, but they're right about the changing. Like, and even my mom knows that, she's on it, that you start to crave sugary foods less. So consciously, you're not changing your diet, but it's changing subconsciously, and weight will fall off of you. It's a very nice side effect.
Capsules are great too. A lot of testimonies on people being able to sleep throughout the night. One thing I noticed was right away after being on this product, my overall mental clarity and my energy, and I kind of feel like I'm in high def now after being on this. And XM Plus, right? That's like a natural energy drink with all that Moringa nutrition, super mix. If you can eat broccoli, you can have super mix. 2 years old, 100 years old. Doesn't matter what you have here. 1 or 2 a day. Maybe you'll have some Prime 90 meal replacement protein. That's your gap nutrition, right? That fills the void nutritionally where your body's lacking. Targets fat cells at the cellular level. That's what the capsules are doing, right? When you're burning fat, you're also releasing toxins, okay? And that's what's so cool about our premium tea. Ken Brailsford, the owner of our company, actually, this is his. He's an herbalist, and this premium tea has those seed casings from Moringa and uva ursi and senna leaf, and what that's doing is it's targeting those free radicals and toxins that are released when we're burning fat and incorporating it in our body's natural waste function and literally flushing it out. So there will be some sort of a bowel movement here. On average, about 10 hours later. I wouldn't steep the tea for more than 5 to 10 minutes. But this is called nutritional rebalancing, right? That tea also cleanses your liver and kidneys and allows you to have continuous results, whether it's with weight loss or something else that someone's looking for. With a cleansed liver and kidneys, it's a lot easier to see that continuous results rather than the traditional yo-yo dieting. So this is all about nutrition, you guys. This title should say nutritional rebalancing. However, weight loss is very common when your body's getting the proper nutrition. So anyway, this is all 100% money back guarantee too. And we got what people want here. So, people say, well, how much does it cost? Well, I usually come back with, well, do you value your health? What is your health worth? And I always tell people too that don't let people say no to looking at this. So I hope this video helped you guys understand our system and kind of some Zeja's core nutritionals division. So anyway, thanks.
Up next, Christina Jordan.
Oh. Beautiful transition. Thank you. Hi, I'm Christina Jordan. So my testimony, I'm neighbors with Bethany, and I saw her throughout the, was it a year and a half during her whole sickness. And I basically went to the first meeting that she had to just support her. I almost didn't go, but I thought, I'll go there to support her. She's my good friend. Once I saw that video that you guys just saw, I thought, hey, maybe it could be something for me. I thought it was just kind of a health thing, but for myself, I've been trying to lose weight for years. My kids are 5 and 8. I basically tried everything, worked out like a maniac, cut out, starved myself, every supplement from GNC, everything you could think of, I tried it. Nothing did it for me. So my boyfriend and I decided to give it a try. We jumped in with the smallest package. We'll go in with that. And 2 weeks later, after we kind of got it in our body and realized what it could do for us, we jumped in with the bigger one together. I had no idea that it would be so beneficial for me and my whole entire family. So from there, the first month of taking the products, I lost 20 pounds and 2 inches. Basically doubled the second month, and have been losing since. Basically it was honestly the best decision I've ever made. I've been in healthcare the last 6 years, and really sharing this product and seeing the testimonies of people, health related, weight related, whatever related, has been so rewarding for me. I've been going to school to get my RN, and due to this, I've actually decided to change my degree major to get my doctorate in physical therapy, because I am certain that I can make a huge difference in these people's lives with this stuff in general. So it's really absolutely amazing stuff. But it's just kind of one of those things you get. I mean, you can hear it unless you do something about it, get it in your body. You know, it's hard to see. But one thing I can tell you for sure is that this stuff is awesome, and it's helping a lot of people. And it's awesome being a part of it. So with that being said, unless I don't think I forgot anything, back to you.
Back to her.
To you.
All right. Well, everybody pretty much knows me. I'm Shauna. I'm actually Bethany's sister and friends with Christina as well. Harley mentioned earlier 2 plants, or he mentioned the Moringa. You guys have heard about the Moringa, and also he mentioned Dr. Joshua Plant, and I'm going to be able to touch on who he is, and I'm going to be sharing a short 3-minute video on the manufacturing plant. So there's a manufacturing facility, so that's the 3rd plant. Let's see, Zija, well first I'm going to actually talk about Dr. Joshua Plant. So he is actually a biomedical scientist. He graduated first in his class from Harvard Medical School with a PhD in biomedical sciences. He completed their 7-year program in 3.5 years with a wife and 3 kids. So he's just extremely smart. He's a genius. And he's done extensive research and been published himself on various health and nutrition topics. He works very hard to ensure that the quality and nutritional value of Zija's products are second to none, so that's his #1 priority. And he actually had pharmaceutical companies seeking him out because of how just extremely smart he was. They wanted him with them, and he wanted to take science and nature and bring it together to come at healthcare the way that it should be done, and just help our bodies heal. The sterility of the air affects the nutritional properties. The nutrients in anything alive is extremely fragile, and to preserve those it takes a lot. So they understand this, and that's why they have invested millions of dollars in this facility to create a facility that facilitates nutritional preservation in its natural state. And then after the product is stick packed or encapsulated, they measure the activity then again to make sure that the nutritional and active components are still there. So basically Zija's goal is to ensure delivery of the highest quality product possible. So with that, we can play the video.
I'm Dr. Joshua Plant, Director of Research and Development for Zija International, and I'm standing here in Zija's manufacturing facility to talk to you today about the amazing infrastructure and the state-of-the-art facility that we have created to ensure that Zija's products are always leading the market in nutrition and function. First, I want to speak about the importance of this facility and making sure our products are the best on the market. Moringa oleifera is an amazingly enriched botanical of nutrients from across the spectrum. It's got the antioxidants our body needs to help fight off free radicals. It's got the anti-inflammatory our body is craving to help us live that active lifestyle. Not to mention the score of vitamins and minerals and the abundance of those nutrients. But we can't mistake Moringa oleifera's nutritional value with the fragility and the ability of Moringa oleifera to preserve those nutrients. It is exceptionally critical that proper procedures be taken in place to make sure that the nutrients are in Moringa oleifera. And that starts first with the farm in which Moringa oleifera is grown. We have identified the most nutritious locations to grow Moringa oleifera, and we have securitized those farms, making sure that we are consistently getting the most nutritionally dense Moringa possible. Second, as each lot of Moringa oleifera comes in, we analyze the nutritional value of that Moringa oleifera. Using state-of-the-art technology such as infrared spectrometry, high-pressure liquid chromatography, and mass spectrometry, we are able to give and identify nutritional values to the parts per billion resolution level. Third, we manufacture our Moringa oleifera in conditions that are pristine. We monitor the temperature, the humidity, the quality of the air, the sterility of the air. All of these things are exceptionally critical in making sure that those nutrients are in your Moringa oleifera. And why is that? Nutrients are exceptionally fragile. For example, a glass of orange juice, the amount of vitamin C as you begin your breakfast and by the time you finish breakfast is going to be drastically different, because that vitamin C is readily oxidized when it's exposed to air. Temperatures, at ZJ International we understand that, and that is why we have invested millions of dollars in this manufacturing facility to create an environment that facilitates nutritional preservation in its natural state. How we do that is by minute live analysis of the conditions that promote that. As products are being finished, after they are stick packed or after they are encapsulated, we measure the activity of those products to make sure that those nutritional components, those active components are there. Again, using the same technology that we do for each of our raws, we implement that on our finished goods. ZJ has implemented these processes and these procedures to make sure that we are continually delivering the highest quality products possible. I want to thank you for watching.
Give us thanks for watching.
So with that, I get the pleasure to introduce my sister, Bethany Barneman. Many of you, she's super quiet and not very, she's introvert, so she doesn't really talk, outside of her own home, basically. So sometimes her family doesn't know what's going on with her. But anyway, she's going to be sharing her story of how this impacted her and how we all learned about it. So,
and real quick before I forget, Dr. Plant, who you just saw, is actually coming to our area. He's going to be in Tri-Cities. I think it's 25th, correct?
I believe so.
Yeah, so this coming Thursday he's going to be in Tri-Cities, and provided that that our little sister doesn't go into labor right around there, she's due the day before, we're actually trying to get over there, trying to get a group together. So, if anybody wants to carpool, go here in person. I mean, I'm pretty excited about it. I've heard really good things.
It doesn't cost to go either, it's free.
Not for guests, it's like $10 for distributors.
Yeah,
so,
it's free.
yeah. But, okay, so pretty much everybody in here is at least somewhat familiar with me and my story. But I'll go ahead and share it with you all, because as Shauna said, I do kind of like to stick to myself, and there's really a lot that people don't know about me because I'm very private. But back in December of 2012, here I was, just shortly before getting pregnant with my youngest son. And I was about 230 pounds, but I was very healthy, 230. Then I got pregnant with my little boy, my third little boy, and I got really sick. I was puking 10 to 15 times a day while I was pregnant with him. And they said, don't worry, it's going to go away by the time you have the baby, it'll clear up. And it never did. I lost 41 pounds while I was pregnant, but then I kept throwing up 10, 15 times a day, and I was getting sicker and sicker. I had to start using a cane again. I had been that bad at the end of my pregnancy, and it's one of the reasons they induced early, because it was starting to hurt the baby. But I got to the point where I couldn't walk without a cane again. I lost 100 pounds, and in November of last year, I caught a simple infection, mastitis, a blocked milk duct, right? Very simple infection, but my body was too weak to fight it off. And so, my family came together to take care of my children, and my husband took me into the emergency room, and I ended up being admitted. I would spend 8 days in the hospital over the next 9 days. My blood pressure was down to 70 over 37, and it stayed that low for 2 days. In fact, it was so low that one of the doctors I saw later didn't believe me. He said that it would have killed me to be in shock for that long, and he had to see it in writing. He said, I don't even know how to explain that. So, my potassium was at life-threatening levels, and they couldn't get anything to come right. And like I said, we didn't really have any answers. They did every test they possibly could, and there were no answers. But we got some direction. We found out that that I had a rare condition with my eyes, so I started wearing glasses. And I gained a couple pounds back, but I was still throwing up just as much. And then we found out that I was allergic to wheat, peanut, and soy, so we changed my diet. And I gained another 5 pounds back, but I'm still barfing 10 to 15 times a day. And honking Smurfs, it's my new favorite word for that. But anyway, in December, my cousin called me up, and she told me about this stuff that we're telling you about tonight. And she said, this is going to help you. I know it will. And when I heard how much it cost, I said, that's really expensive vomit. I can't afford that kind of a trial. We had kind of figured in December, or in November, that this would end up being the death of me, right? And so we were trying to prepare for that. I couldn't get proof of life insurance even. I was too much of a liability. And so January came along, and I started getting worse really fast again, which, considering how bad I was to start with, that was pretty much it. Once I started having fainting episodes, and my potassium was dropping real fast again because they were monitoring it very closely, and that was the point where my husband and I realized that it was coming sooner and not later, and so we started making plans accordingly. I was in the process of saying goodbye to my children, and we discussed my final wishes on almost a daily basis. We were trying to be prepared, and not really anybody knew about that. I don't think I even told my closest family how serious we were preparing for this. But somehow my cousin, knew. She called me up and she said, "Hey, what's your address?" And she said, "I'm going to send you some of this because I'm not going to watch you die." And so she sent it to me, and sure enough, it helped me. And it's been a journey. This is progressively helping me to become well. So it wasn't an overnight transformation, and I'm still sick, but instead of 10 to 15 times a day, I'm throwing up once every several days, and and there are periods almost 4.5 days long. 3 times I've gone now without throwing up. I'm on day 4 right now without honking Smurfs. How's that for exciting, right? When you think about it, and people say that's still a lot. Well, when I was throwing up hundreds of times a month before, this is nothing. Handle this. But the real thing that I think was amazing was that within 2.5 weeks of using this, I was able to stop using my cane. I had regained enough of my balance to be able to walk on my own again most of the time. By early May, I ran Bloomsday, and I did it in an hour and a half. Just a couple months before that, I'd been planning my funeral. So, this stuff, it literally gave me my life back. I gained 35 pounds back very quickly once I, started keeping food down. But because of that, this company has built a lot of faith in me. And so when they tell me that something's going to do something, I've kind of learned to trust what they say, because I've tried some of their other products, and it always does exactly what they advertise it to do, and then some. And it's been the same with every single person that I have met who've used these products, and that list is growing. So, with that, I wanted to share with you a couple of the other lines they have, because they actually have some cutting edge, technology in the field of essential oils and fitness supplements. So we've got a few things here that we wanted to share with you regarding that. The Ameo brand essential oils there's nothing else out there like it. They are certified, cell active, and permeable. What that means is that the cells can actually absorb these oils, and you can see it interacting with them. And they're clinical grade, and they are all tested by third parties. And then the Ameo difference, what that is for you to check out that certified, right? You can go to the AmeoDifference.com, and there's a lot code on the bottom of every single bottle, and you can enter that lot code, and it will show you all of these videos that they have performed on that batch of oils. They hold themselves to very high standards. So, we're pretty excited about that. One thing I actually had tried oils and whatnot for my nausea and vomiting, and it never helped, but they actually have one for digestion that I use it, and that helps me way more than any of the other remedies that I'd ever used. That and this, between the two, I'm doing really well. So, and then regarding the RIP sticks, that's their fitness supplements. This stuff, it's one of those things where I was like, well, I'm able to start working out again, but I'm not a gym rat by any means. Some people. But this stuff I found is good. I'll show you the video in just a minute. It's only 3.5 minutes long, very brief. But they've got for before, during, and after, as well as a hydration drink. And I use almost all of them. I know in some cases they've replaced hydrocodones, because the Recover drink, helps take lactic acid out of the muscles better than hydrocodones do. That just masks the pain, right? the Ignite, I can use that, and instead of feeling jittery and crazy, I'm feeling motivated and I need to get something done today, you know. And so I use those just every morning. I'll throw one in my drink. But let me just let Dr. No, this is a third party. Let me let them tell you about those real quick.
Ripstick supplements will change the way you live your active lifestyle. Ripsticks Hydrate, the natural daily beverage, is a powerful electrolyte delivery system superior to the sugar-laden beverages so prevalent today. Utilizing novel electrolyte delivery mechanisms, all natural flavoring, all natural sweeteners, we are able to give individuals the components they need to hydrate their body without the harmful effects that are seen in so many other common drinks. And what's best of all is that it's safe for all ages. Ripsticks Ignite is the pre-workout game changer that provides amazing stimulating properties with other components that build lean muscle mass during your workout. Sadly, we are only getting into our high-calorie burning stage 20 to 30 minutes after we start working out. We have formulated a stimulant-rich product that jumpstarts our workout, allowing us to reach that higher burning stage earlier in our workout, as well as allowing us to push ourselves and maximize our output. This allows us to run faster, run farther, ride longer, and lift more during our workouts.
Their fitness supplement line, it's all natural ingredients, flavoring and coloring and sweeteners and all of that. There is nothing artificial about this, and it's all the UK organic, which, as husband said earlier, US is 10 chemicals banned, UK is 1,200. That is, that's a huge difference. So, let's see. With that, I believe husband should be on the phone right now with Landon Weaver. You heard him earlier. He's the one who recorded that 7-minute video, but he actually wanted to say hello to you guys. And do you have Landon on the phone? Okay, all right. We're ready for you. If not, we can hand it over to Christina for a minute. Anybody know any good jokes?
Any questions?
Oh, that's true too. I guess we could do questions.
I got a joke.
What's that?
I do have a bit of a joke that I could tell.
What's the joke?
I once knew someone whose father was a clown. At the time of his passing, on the day of his passing, they then prepared for the funeral, and then at the funeral, all his dad's friends came in one car.
That's funny. Nice. Do you have Landon on the phone?
All right, Landon, you can hear me. We're shutting up the door, and
we have a couple new faces.
We have a couple new faces here, so yeah, by all means, go ahead.
I'm going to share what happened with me, my story, and then kind of incorporate some important nuggets of what really separates our company and the products from all the competition. So 2.5 years ago, I looked at this for the first time, similar to the new folks in the room, and I saw a ton of value in it. I had a lot of people that I knew could benefit from the products right away, and that's what I love about this is we're not out there trying to sell things to people or hustle people into some, business crazy deal or whatever. It's all about helping people with incredible products, that you really can't find anywhere. And based on what you guys have seen with Moringa and Arameo, there's a couple of things that Zija really takes, that they really value, and that's quality. So 3 little nuggets on that is basically we're getting the first to market Moringa, obviously, most nutrient-dense plant ever documented, and we're the first to market at a pharmaceutical standard. That's a huge deal. You guys saw the value of Moringa. Second, our sports performance division, Ripsticks, we're the first to market a 100% all natural, all the colorings from plants, all natural, no synthetic, no chemical, no artificial sweeteners in our sports fitness line, which is crazy. Because I played college football or whatever, I never saw anything like that. So first to market pharmaceutical Moringa, first to market all natural sports performance, and also last but not least, by any means, first to market a clinical grade essential oil, which is fantastic. That's a big deal. People that don't know what essential oils are, the research is there. You can go to mayo.com, you can just Google essential oils, and they've been around for thousands and thousands of years. and to be a company that single-handedly has the largest essential oil launch in the history of essential oils, which is now a billion-dollar industry, that's huge. And to prove a clinical-grade product is even more. I mean, we're the new kids on the block, launching that division 8 months ago, and everyone's flocking to our Mayo Essential Oils division. What I love is our diversification too, you guys, is, we're not a one-trick pony. We have something that'll benefit all ages and all genders, whether you're 18 years old or 80 years old, male, female. We have something that can help people, and I just like to listen. If you listen long enough, people will tell you exactly why they want what we have, whether they want more energy or they suffer from some sort of aches and pains, or they want to lose some weight, or maybe they hate their career situation. They're looking for an opportunity to share some amazing products with people. Whatever it is, we'll meet people where they're at and add value to their situation. Everyone truly does want something that we have to offer. They just don't necessarily know it yet. So I always tell people, don't let people say no to looking at this information, because what if? So 2.5 years ago when I got started, I decided that I wanted to be a distributor. It's about a 4-to-1 ratio, 4 customers to 1 distributor. So we're not telling people they have to do the distributorship. But back to seeing this information, I was like, oh my gosh, my whole family needs to be on this product. I don't care if they're distributors, but they better be customers. And I made them get on the product, not to go make a sale, but to improve their health. And sure enough, it kind of turned into my full-time gig. And I was going to be a e-health teacher and coach. And I love this opportunity of sharing health with people, because really the more you're making in this company, the more people you're truly impacting. So I encourage the distributorship if it's something, if any of you guys know anyone that could benefit. I mean, I'm sure you guys heard Bethany's story. I mean, life-changing products, right? And if I would have said no to doing this, maybe this products would have came around to Harley and Bethany again. But if I would have said no, it wouldn't be that you guys wouldn't be on the products. And that's why I see so much value in sharing it with people. In a way, it's almost selfish not to share. It's like we found gold at the end of the rainbow. You're not going to keep that to yourself, So it's a very unique situation. People are catching on that the pharmaceuticals aren't necessarily the best route. 8 out of 10 health conditions or deaths in America are related to what we're eating. We're nutritionally deficient, and I love this because we're not telling anyone they have to change their lifestyle. Just incorporate this nutrition in your everyday life, and people might want to change their lifestyle after, by getting better gas mileage and having more energy and just truly living what our company motto is, a life unlimited. So I tell people, hey, we'll work with you at whatever rate. The key to getting ahead with your health or in business is by getting started with something. We have 3 simple packages to get started. Obviously, the more you get started with, the more you save. I just tell people, get in where you fit in financially, and the company actually guarantees the product's 100% money back for 30 days. Our 330, 660, and 1320 packages, they all include a membership, which allows you to have a free website and get wholesale discounts and pricing. And then it's going to be $20 per year after that. So I definitely recommend one of those packages. If you do have some people that have come to mind that could benefit from this, I honestly don't know anyone that doesn't know people that could, with all the respect in the world. I would encourage a larger package if they have more products at discount. Our 660 package has about $1,000 worth of products for 660, and our 1320 has about $2,000 worth for 1320. So I jumped in with the big one because I knew I was going to be sharing it with people, and I got an extra. They give you a little bit extra compensation because you can't buy it at retail. You can't buy it on shelves. You got to get it from a distributor, and so those larger ones are more recommended for a distributor. The small package still includes that distributorship, but once again, it's whatever you want out of it. There is a promotion going on right now to where if you do refer a couple people to the products and then help them refer a couple, they'll send you an extra $1,000 on your commission. So I like to tell people just at least offset their cost, so they have that story if they come across someone that might be hesitant on wanting to make an investment. But in all honesty, I'm trying to encourage people to put health higher on their priority list. You know, it's almost like, do you value your health? You know, what if this works? Would it be worth it? Type of a concept. So I'm excited, you guys. Our company it's a groundbreaking situation. The owner of Zija, he's the first guy to ever, the creator of herbal capsule. Right? He's the first guy to combine spinach and cayenne pepper, not spinach, but alfalfa and cayenne pepper in the early 70s. People didn't know what herbs were. They thought they were spices. And Ken Brailsford, the owner of our company, is the creator of that. And this is his third multi-$100 million health and wellness company. So we're definitely in a solid company with solid products that will be here for generations to come. And I think it's our job to go out there and share the message with people, not from a selling standpoint, but from a a helping standpoint and how this can benefit others. Why keep that to yourself, So that's kind of my story, guys. I mean, I didn't really have any health issues per se. I definitely noticed, mental clarity improving and energy improving. But I was in a financial, rut when I got started. I didn't really have a lot going on financially. I mean, I was going to be a teacher, not necessarily motivated by money, but just by sharing this nutrition with people and getting into people's bodies, I've been able to do this on a full-time basis and kind of do what I want when I want to do it. And it's a residual deal, I mean, 90% of the people that ordered this stuff last year for their first 3 months were still on it 12 months later, which means obviously the products work. And two, it's a residual income source where you get paid multiple times for doing something once. So I definitely have created a lot of time freedom and definitely been able to make a lot greater income than I would have in the classroom. And it's a very rewarding business because it's all about lifting other people up, whether it's with health or finances. So do you have any specific questions, you guys? Feel free, ask me anything. I'm just here to help.
Any questions?
No, it looks like we're good, Landon. Thank you so much.
Landon.
Yeah,
Thank you,
thank
Landon.
you.
Awesome, Landon.
Hey, you guys, I'm on my phone if anything comes up. Get started where it makes sense. And I'm looking forward to meeting you guys. I'll be in Spokane Valley on Wednesday night at the Quality Inn, I believe, at 6:30 p.m. There's the flyers out there somewhere, but I'd love to meet some of you guys if possible. So.
All right, thanks a lot, Landon. Have a good night.
Yeah. Hey, you too. We'll talk soon.
All right, bye.
Okay.
It's the mail guy,
Yeah, it's,
essential oils guru.
yeah, on Wednesday they've got the,
Program that.
Yeah. Have you guys heard of doTERRA oils or anything like that? It's a big product, but my wife was saying they had to make a whole new grade because of their quality. So they stepped up the bar so much they had to make a whole new classification. So, and that's what's kind of neat. It's gonna be in Spokane Valley, and a lot of people put a lot of stock in that. My cousin does. She's a avid oils user. So, you know.
so, let's get to this. My printer wasn't working to give me my overview, but now we have Christina. She's just gonna kind of reiterate what Landon touched on as far as, how you started in this.
I was just gonna touch on what Harley was saying about the essential oils and Noelle, and I mean, she was a doTERRA consultant, and it took her months to look at our oils, and when she finally had a showdown with one of the girls, she transferred over. She was just doing her nutrition at first, and then doing doTERRA on the side, but now, after her showdown, she's on board with the mail. Yep, it's pretty cool. So, Landon, basically, I was going to touch on it briefly, a couple ways that we can get started, you guys can get started, or how people get started. Like you said, we have a small, medium, and large package. Like he was saying, I would definitely, if you're looking at some sort of a business-wise, or you think you might want to share it, either 660 or 1320. This 360, you also get $500, over $500 worth of product. So it basically equals out to, depending on what you buy, 2, 4, and 6 months. So it kind of sets you up. That's really the only time that you have to spend that much, unless you want to. I always like to look at it versus like Albertsons versus Costco. You kind of just get more bang for your buck that way. And you get to try a bunch of different products since they do throw in samples and stuff too. So it is pretty cool. I started out with a small one, like I said, with my boyfriend and I, and because we were both using it, we thought, 30-day money-back guarantee. 2 weeks into it, we jumped in, bought the 660. That was the rest of my money. Like, I had my tax money. So, I mean, really, if I would have thought about it and I would have, trusted the people that, were telling me that it would be a good idea, I would have just bought the big package. But you know, once you get it in your body, that's all I could say. I mean, it basically it sells itself and you can't help but share it. So other than that, we do have, if you're not thinking that you want to do it as a business, we have what's called a ROC customer recurring order. So that basically enables you to get wholesale prices. You do have to set up an auto ship, but you're not tied to it. You can cancel it if you want to. You know, basically enables you to get the wholesale prices at 20% less, or we have retail if you don't want any commitment. But I would say if you're not sure, sign up as a ROC customer and see, kind of fill it out, and then we can always transfer you later on.
And the benefit of the ROC is that wholesale cost, you don't have to pay the wholesale membership. So you're just
right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there is, one of the other biggest perks to becoming a distributor too at first, for myself and jumping in for myself was, there are ways that we could teach you how to get your products for free each month by having a certain amount of ROC customers. So there's an end to that, along with making money. So you basically, can get paid for your own products by sharing it. And it's very easy because, I mean, it's helping so many people that it comes naturally. Like now, my boyfriend and I are both like, it's like he hears people at work saying he's hurting, and it's just like, oh hey, your back's hurting, your joints are hurting, and I mean, these are helping a lot of people in different ways, so it's pretty cool.